Hi, I'm Dr. Robert Moore, and we are here to talk about, on your Build a Better Brain workshop, we're talking about cervical plexus. Cervical plexus is these nerves that come out from the base of your skull down to your neck right about here. These nerves are in charge of the health of your head. They're in charge of holding your head up. They're in charge of your tongue. They're in charge of the front of your throat. They have a role in shrugging your shoulders. They have a role in breathing. So they have multiple things going on. I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible. The cervical plexus is your C1, C2, C3, C4, and C5 nerve root. They come together, and you can see all the nerves kind of coming together in through here. The cervical plexus is your C1 nerve, which is between your skull, your occiput, and the atlas vertebrae. That actually runs parallel to the hypoglossal nerve, and that controls your tongue, the intrinsic and extrinsic muscles of the tongue, so that you can swallow, you can move your tongue, you can curl your tongue, you can make it go sideways. You can have all those fun things as a kid with your tongue. And you can there's a little bit of taste involved too. And then your genohydroid, thyroid, that's for swallowing. There's also stuff for your omohyoid, your sternothyroid, your sternothyroid, again for swallowing and for moving these muscles in through here. There are nerves for the front, maintaining the posture of your head and bending your head in through here, part of the upper part of the cervicalis. C2, C3, C4, and C5, they all go to a couple of muscles in the front of your spine in charge of flexing and rotating your head. And so that's where they work with that. They're in charge of the nerves to the back of the head, the nerves around through here, the way you feel stuff in through here. So this is sensation all through here is controlled by your cervical plexus. C3, C4, and C5, but mostly C4, that's why this is so big, make up something called your phrenic nerve. Now, if you have a problem with your phrenic nerve, you're not breathing. Your phrenic nerve goes to your diaphragm. And so that's what makes you that's very big in breathing, your phrenic nerve is. So you get the hiccups. Then there's C3, C4. They also control your scalenes in through here. Again, flexing and rotating your head. Your levator scapula in through here. So when somebody gets in an accident, when they injure their neck, this can affect their breathing. This can affect the way they feel their head. This affects, remember we talked about blood flow. It's two nerves to blood flow last time we were here. This can affect the blood flow to the head, the blood flow to the neck. The most commonly injured vertebrae in a car accident is C5. So that's going to affect your brachial plexus, your arm. That's going to affect your cervical plexus. That's going to affect your diaphragm. That's going to affect your rhomboids, these muscles in the back. So we get all this tension all through here and down into the mid-back when we get in a car accident from the whipping and injuring those vertebrae and injuring those nerve roots. The cervical plexus also has a lot to do with something called your 11th cranial nerve. Your 11th cranial nerve goes to your SCM, which is from here to here, and your traps, but it has nerve roots from C5, C4, C3, C2, C1, go up into your head, comes back out the same hole that your vagus nerves, and you've seen we've had vagus nerve videos, vagus nerve exercises, which is all parasympathetic nerve chain to your splenic flexure. See, it's not easy to talk about the cervical plexus without throwing in a bunch of words that are tough to understand. So I'm trying to make this simple, and I'm going to try to calm down. And so we have cranial nerves that are affected by the cervical plexus. We have all these nerves in through here. Not to mention all the other nerves that are shared in the spinal cord that go down to your toes. So the cervical plexus is a very important bunch of nerves in your neck, and they have a big control on your whole life. Because if you have a hard time breathing, if you have a hard time holding your head up, just last week we had a lady, she felt like her head weighed 1,000 pounds, a lot of tension in through here, she couldn't hardly move, and we've helped her out a lot, and she's ecstatic. And she's breathing better too, which she didn't realize. She didn't believe me when I said we could help that. But all these nerves have a big effect on you and your life. So a very good exercise for your cervical plexus is going to be, it's kind of simple. I'm going to stand up for this. Hopefully you can see me. You can't see me too well, so I will get on the chair and kind of kneel like this. A great exercise is to put your hands together like this. Okay. And we're going to look, we're going to bring our chin up comfortably. Bring our hands up, and we're going to keep our chin up, and we're going to hum. And push our hands down nice and slow all the way to our lap. And I'll have to redo this on a different video so we can make this. So it's just like that, about 6 seconds. Like that. If you go to a gym, everybody wants to do the lat pull downs. Get the lat pull downs with very, very little weight. Very little weight. And just do this. Like that. It will work the paraspinal nerves, paraspinal musculature in the back of the neck and stimulate the cervical plexus. Another thing is the spinal hygiene, which is a whole separate video on our site. So check out our spinal hygiene site. So I want to thank you for watching this video. The cervical plexus is very hard to explain. Very hard for people to understand, has a lot to do with stuff. So hopefully I made this easy. We appreciate your comments. Please like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel, spread the word. Have an awesome day, and God bless you.